Back in 1969, we made a cold fusion reactor which generated electricity from the power released by the fusion of deuterium nuclei. It was never used because it would stop the dependence of course, our power dependence on petrol, and all the economy is based on petrol. So never used it. Well, one of the people who know what it was, and I've made a model. I can't make the full scale thing because it's banned, and I'm not in a position to do so. It costs a lot of money. I need £250 to get one coil made, and that's just the start of the problem. So I need premises to find a place to put it. Well, that's how it is. The research council I worked for at the time didn't want it, and the model is behind me. You can't see it, but it's quite simple, and it depends on the opposite concept of the present-day tokamaks. I think technically it is a tokamak because it uses magnetic confinement. However, it uses unlike currents repelling rather than like currents attracting. That's the basic principle. And the coil induces, with alternating current running in it, induces a current in the plasma in the opposite sense, and therefore repels it. And because it's a cylindrical configuration, it compresses it into a linoplast in the center, where the reactions occur. Pressure goes up very quickly, depending on how much current you've got in it, current sheet that is. It goes up very quickly because of the focusing effect. And the pressure in the center is much higher than the pressure on the outside, so it doesn't impinge on the material strength of the coil. Okay. And well, I'll try and illustrate this in a minute. This is the device. It's quite small. Just a tube with a coil wire around it, and the connectors from the end of the coil go to the electrodes just outside the tube, and this plug in the end tube, and it's upside down. Very simple, and simplicity is about. The power of this particular device is only 1 or 2 microwatts. It's about, it fluctuates, the needle fluctuates, but it's between 3 and 0 microamps into 50 ohms. Lines 50 ohms. The power comes out at this rear connection here, and it's generated in here, in the coil here, which contains air. I don't know what the reaction is. It's probably the deuterium in the air that's reacting. It runs out, so it stops. And I'm not allowed to use deuterium, but you can get deuterium ampule with slide inside. And that would solve the problem. And we'll be putting it up for sale soon, and I'll put some feet on it, and that's about all. And perhaps a plastic top, and perhaps not. Too expensive. it would solve the problem of global warming because it would take away the need to use fossil fuels once it's in use. And it'll be, if it works, which it does, and it's adopted, it'll take 20 years before it becomes viable. That's the usual lead time into anything new. CD-ROMs took 20 years to develop. Okay, I'm Dr. Stebbins, actually. I've received my doctorate as a result of the work we did on neutron stars, also known as little green men, which they weren't, but we thought they were at first. Okay. Stop.